one unfolds. And the Hurricanes kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing, Carr. Wide open downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Hauls it in. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, when they were scripting this opening drive this week in practice, I don't know if they expected it to be this good. First play, first down. Second play, first down. Third play, first down. Everything is working. I'll tell you, when you got a quarterback, though, with this kind of ability, you got the playmakers around him like they do on offense, maybe it's not so surprising.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
Looking for the score. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Canes.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like you mentioned, the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Looking to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They reached the national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason to be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy, and you were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
This crowd busting the decimal meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Can't hang on, he muffs it. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Quarterback may change this route. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Carr fires to the wideout. With the catch, it's Graham. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, the defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab in the end zone for 6.
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed to stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start this. There's some room. Got enough for the first. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
And a big run for this offense. I'll tell you what, first game, first half, you want to create as many explosive runs, make the offense as easy as possible to start the season, and that will do it. Nice explosive play by this offense.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the red zone, it's Pringle. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Now the play fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if it
snags it, and there's running room. Into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Carr to throw. Rushes on him. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football. And we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Making side adjustments here. Throwing, Carr. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here.
Here we go.
Wants to throw. It's Carr. Pressure coming. And down he goes.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back. You get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down.
At the 22. Offense facing 410.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Compton. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Signals for a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Canes moving quickly to the line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. calls his own number. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on fourth down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Motion from the wideout. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Canes will hustle to the line. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Carr. Oh, they're after him. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Bounced right back to them.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Behind the chains now on second and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
They'll move the tight end. Carr from the gun on third down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's Mensah to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And I absolutely love that play call, man. You got good field position right now. Take advantage of it. They're aggressive on the first play. Make a big play. This offense now set up in perfect position to get some points to capitalize on their great field position.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return, he stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Takes a handoff. It's Fletcher. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Canes in the hurry-up.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quick completion on the out. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. That holding call threw him in reverse. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Just enough time for one final play of the half. on the run. It's Mobley. He's on his way. He's got to make it to the end zone. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State in their matchup against the number 12 team, the BYU Cougars.
What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our...
Turning it on! Picks up the first down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And he made the extra point without problem. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He might want another play. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Carr to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
To throw, it's Carr. Caught in the backfield, it's Mobley. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Complete to the left. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Throwing, Carr. The short hands, it's Graham. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Cincinnati's offense comes out ready to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here comes the option. Quick toss. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read. And it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Mensah. Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
Running inside. It's Pringle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got his man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Canes look to keep this drive humming.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. Maybe a crease. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes.
This guy has done a lot of work carrying the football, traditionally running it, and now they're trying to sprinkle it to him in the screen game as well. That's a good idea. If they're going to win this game, you just need to force-feed him the football as many different ways as possible. I like mixing in the traditional running back screen there.
And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room. It's Pringle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the third quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
They go to the ground. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He's now over 2 bills from scrimmage, and those kind of numbers will put some life in your wallet.
And some life into this Miami fan base that's hungry. They want winners, man. They want to find guys and superstars that they can rally behind, and this guy's having that.
That's a live ball. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or... And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Fletcher. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On the option. Now the pitch. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting a run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Just a huge stop by their defense, and now there's a little work to do if they're going to try to pull this one out late. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Under fire. Snatches it on the run. Here he goes. He's at the touchdown, Notre Dame. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Here he comes with the return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Hurricane. Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
It just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and...
There's a crease. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it.
They'll run play action. Quickly complete. At midfield, he's got room. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time. They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. They're going to run it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Mensah to throw. He wants to go deep. Leaping grab for a big gain. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line. In the red area, it's Fletcher. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Miami! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. The Hurricanes back on top. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And after that gargantuan 4th down stop, now a chance to put together a game-winning drive here. He'll pull it down. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense. Very lucky to get that football back.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Carr. Flips it out on the screen. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Play fake, Carr. Escapes the pressure going right. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and falls incomplete.
Here's the pressure. Grabs it. Touchdown, Irish. They move on top here in the fourth.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Fletcher. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Throwing, Mensah. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Oh, it's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
That's a huge blow, man. You got a chance to go take the lead and put yourself in a position you know you can win the ball game. And now, instead of that, you turn the football over. Now you're trailing. The defense is going to have to do something special for you.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. 3-point lead, put together a great drive here, Jesse. You can turn it into a 2-possession game.
Let's do that. Let's get a touchdown on the board. Let's find out where our playmakers have the best matchups, and let's exploit those, David.
And it would put our defense in such a great position. Fourth quarter, 2-possession lead. It makes it easy to play defense.
Notre Dame would love to just run this thing out. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Carr to throw. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Dropping back, it's Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. That'll be a first down, and the last one they'll need as they're going to get the victory in this one.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Might be changing the route. Throwing, Carr. A shot toward the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team just, they fight.